can get to there.
Unless the gate, you can get over the gate, it will be locked. That's the nearest way, otherwise...
So we can, because we're going to head out of here before these cars...
No, I'm just walking around the fence.
Okay.
That's the easiest way maybe for you.
Yeah, all right.
Were you at Snetterton? Were you at Snetterton?
A couple of weeks ago. Yeah.
Yeah, my son's been here saloons.
Oh, really? What's his name?
Jamie, good.
Yeah, I know him, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, great stuff.
Yeah, yeah. He got 2 pounds on his first race.
Yeah.
Cadwell, smashed the scar up and twisted it.
Brilliant.
So that was rebuilt.
Nice. Right. Yeah, right, everybody, welcome back anyway to the BCV8 Championship. It's time for race 1. Oh, yes, it's going to be loud. It's going to be fast. Round in.
How are you?
Yes.
Doesn't actually necessarily really slippery, even though it's not raining.
It's greasy,
I think
isn't
it's
it?
going to be greasy and slippery out there.
So there could be a few tricky patches out there that you're not going to know until you complete the
but
lap.
I'm really well known for staying on the black all the time, so I should be okay.
No, mate, enjoy it. Thanks for chatting to us. Over here, look, car number 61. Let's go grab a quick word. Johnny Wheeler, wasn't it? Was absolutely flying in qualifying as well. I'll go around the back so I don't get run over by Simon Cripps here. God, Simon's not leaving me much room, Johnny. Qualifying, you were flying in your opening lap.
Absolutely loved it.
God.
Really, really nice.
You like the rain then?
Well, it was more greasy than rain.
Yeah.
I know it did start to rain, but yeah, really, really good. Good fun.
But you're starting from high up on the grid here. What's the expectation? Can you get the win or at least get on the podium?
I'm surrounded by these D-class cars.
Yeah.
My little C-class car with half the
Little
power.
C-class after that qualifying section, give over. Look, the track's going to be greasy. Could be a few tricky pits out there.
Yeah,
That's going to level the playing field a bit, isn't
Definitely.
it?
Yeah, definitely.
Fantastic, Johnny. Well done, mate.
I'll do the best I can.
Oh, sure. I know you will. I know you will. We've got Ian Pryor. We've got Simon Cripps here as well. Let's grab a quick word with Simon. He was flying as well. And look at these bulges on the bonnets as well. We've seen these quite a lot, haven't we? Just to let the air flow through. Simon, how you doing, pal? You all right?
Yeah, very well, thanks.
Good to see you again. Here we go once more, and quite tricky and greasy out there for this one.
Yeah, it was really wet, very slippy, and obviously it's the second time I've driven this car. Not so good as last time at Brands, but we'll give it a go today.
Ian and Neil in front of you. What can you do? Can you get past them?
I can probably get past Ian on the first lap, and then but Neil and Ollie will beat this.
Okay, that's an honest assessment.
Yeah, but we'll
not
give
with
it a
that
go.
sharp haircut. No way.
Cheers. Yeah.
No way. Did you hear that, Ian?
What's that?
He says he's going to get past you on the first lap. Is that right?
Yeah, that ain't going to happen.
Good man. That's what I like to hear. No chance. You're looking forward to this one anyway. At least it's a bit drier than qualifying now.
Well, yeah, maybe. I'd rather it was dry, but yeah, no, it's good. We'll see what happens.
You've clearly got the pace, so cheers. Anyway, there we go. It's James. James, shaking the head. What's wrong?
Well, I got back in my old girl,
Yeah.
the fast one, the
What's your back?
D-class,
Yeah.
and yeah, it's back to 3-lap wonder, wasn't it? I managed, well, 4 laps.
We saw that a lot last year,
Yeah.
but we're going to get to the finish today, right?
Oh, I hope so. The alternator wire come off, and because I'm running all the lights, wipers, everything, within 4 laps, the battery had nothing left in it, and it just died. So, sorted the alternator wire, put a new battery on it, see what happens.
You've got to be one of the unluckiest men in motorsport, James.
In that car,
yeah. Right, let's get back a little bit further up the order, shall we? Catch up with a couple of drivers. Got Steve Mackay up here. There's Ollie Wardle just pulling in as well. It's going to be a cracking race, isn't it? You're going to hear some wonderful sounds. In fact, we're going to head up actually to the very, very first corner. Let's grab a chat with Paul Linfield. I often chat to Paul. Let's have a quick the blue machine here, the blue beast Paul, I've just nicknamed your car the Blue Beast. I hope that's okay.
That'll do.
Are you ready for this?
I think so. It's going to be a bit wet, a bit greasy. It was tricky in practice, but we'll see how it goes.
Bit of a leveler, do you think, with the track being the way it is?
It shows the good drivers. We've got some work to do.
You're all good drivers, just being sat here, make sure you're a good driver. Tell me, that's why I'm here, not in there. Cheers, Paul. Best of luck. Enjoy the race, won't you? Right, I think what we're going to do, we're going to get ourselves out of here and over to the first corner, because we really want to bring you that action. We've got a little bit of a walk. We're just going to bring up the qualifying results for you as well. If you just pop that up on the screen, you'll be able to see the full qualifying order for the BCV8 Championship. So yes, Neil Fowler, the man on pole position. Just keep it on the screen for a little bit if we can. Neil Fowler, the man on pole position. Ian Pryor in second place. Simon Cripps in third. Johnny Wheeler in fourth. Ollie Neves in fifth. James Wheeler in sixth. Babak Farzian in seventh. Just spoke to him, didn't we? Jim Bryan in eighth. Oliver Wardle in ninth. Steve Wells in 10th. Russell McAngus in 11th. Paul Raymond in 12th. Stephen Mackay in 13th. James Warpole in 14th. Paul Linfield, just spoke to Paul there, in 15th. Andrew Young in 16th. Howard Grundon in 17th. And interestingly, Ronald Watt was actually DQ'd from qualifying for overtaking under yellow flags. Right, it's almost time to get the action underway. Like I said, we're just going to go get ourselves into position. Bring that graphic down now. But whilst we're walking along, because it's not much fun staring at the back of my head, we're going to show you a little promo video about what you can expect from the BCV8 Championship in 2021. If we could roll VT. So there we go, that's what you can expect from the BCV8 Championship in 2021. Whilst we're just sat here, once again, we're just walking back down to the first corner. The group ahead just finishing off their qualifying session. It's almost time for race one of the BCV8 Championship. We just bring that qualifying image back up onto the screen and you can check out your running order for the very, very first race of the day. In fact, it is not just the first race for the BCV8 Championship, it's the first race of the entire weekend here at Oulton Park. In fact, it's just today for the MG Car Club. Just leave that on screen till we get into position, please. Elaine, have a little look at your qualifying order, and please do like, comment and share. Tell us, who are you supporting today? Who are you rooting for? Who do you want to win? We want to hear from you. We're heading down to the first corner. We're just going to check it out, see what it's like, get a bit of the action from there, and then we will bring you a live paddock walk once the race has finished as well. We'll get back, we'll go back in, grab a little lunch, set up and go for a paddock walk with live driver reaction. We'll be catching up with the drivers of the BCV8 Championship, the drivers of the MG Cup and the drivers of the Metro Cup. You won't want to miss that paddock walk. It's going to be something quite special indeed. Right, we can probably pop that graphic down now as we're just getting up to position. It's a lovely place here at Oulton Park. It's the international circuit here today, so it is the longer circuit. And as you can see, what a treat, because spectators are allowed back. How nice is it to see people back. And with us very special bibs, we're allowed to go pretty much wherever we want. A little bit muddy down here, Leon, might want to just be careful. It's like a little bit of a channel ditch running through. You tell me where you think the best place to go is, actually. And the checkered flag, by the way, has just fallen for the qualifying session ahead. Is it I think it's the equipped GTS cars, which means that they're going to head in, and then we're going to have the race 1 action for you live here of the BCV8 Championship. It's race 1, and it's going to be live.
Yeah, the E-type. Yeah, so the E-type went up into 3rd place right at the end there. So everybody across the line, I think.
We're just going to move down a little bit further, actually, just whilst the people are finishing up. So if you do have a question at any time, please let us know. Please do comment below. Who are you supporting today? Like, comment and share. We can see the comments. We do like to hear from you as well. We're just going to move down to get as much of the first corner action as we can, really, because we normally go to the top of the podium. We might do that this afternoon, actually, for race 2. But obviously a lot of action happens here, and it's quite a greasy track. So we are expecting a fair old bit of drama here.
And then next to him is Paul Kennelly, number 2. Andrew Williams, Austin Healy. Alongside him is going to be number 20, Jonathan Abucasis. 9th quickest is number 84, Rick Wilmot, Austin Healy. 10th quickest is number 81, which is the Wilmot, Austin Healy, Rick Wilmot, Austin Healy. Then we've got Harry Williams and Healy in 11th place.
Well, I wanted to come over to the crossing, but it's actually closed, although this is a very nice place indeed to capture a lot of the action here. We're going to get to come around the first corner quite sharply down the hill. In fact, we can probably see them at the far side of the track as well. Wonderful circuit here at Oulton Park. I'm really quite looking forward to this. Although for race 2, we might probably even go from the pit wall just to bring a little bit more of the action nice and closer. But we wanted to give you a different look for race 1 of the BCV8 Championship here live at Oulton Park. You just see the cars just heading out, just making sure everything's nice and safe. I'll talk you through the action as it happens as well.
Most of the grid for that race, which we'll come back to.
So you're getting a real look behind the scenes here, actually, what the spectators are getting to see here at Oulton Park. It's quite nice, isn't it? It's great to have spectators back.
You'll see the lineup for the BCV8 Championship. Those cars already going out. Now, the way that the engine
So the BCV8's heading out already. I think you're about to see them appear in your shot. They're trying to obviously get things underway very quickly here. We're going to see a fair bit of the action. Is everybody going to get round safely? It looks quite dry on the circuit, doesn't it? But it's not. It's very greasy. We had an absolute downpour in qualifying, and then it came even heavier for the MG Cup and the Metro Cup as well. And of course, we're bringing you those races live as well. The first Metro Cup gets underway from 1:40. However, we will be bringing you one of our very special paddock walks very shortly as well. As soon as this race finishes, we're going to go back to the media centre. We'll go set up and then come back and get some live BCV8 driver reaction, of course, ahead of race 2 as well. It's about 4:30 this afternoon. We'll be bringing you that action. And then, of course, we'll also be bringing you the MG Cup and the Metro Cup as well. A lot of action here today, a lot of fun, a lot of drama, as there always is in motorsport. We saw it in qualifying as well, that Neil Fowler didn't even know he'd put it on pole position for the BCV8 Championship, but he did. He's got Ian Pryor alongside him, Simon Cripps in there and Johnny Wheeler as well in his C class. So Johnny Wheeler, the man on pole position in C class for the BCV8s. So Neil Fowler, the man on outright pole, but Class D pole position. Johnny Wheeler on pole position in Class C, 4th on the grid. Babak Farsi in Class A-B, sticking it in 7th place. That was incredible, wasn't it? And then we have in Class B, we've got Stephen Mackay, and the cars are now coming out. As you can see, there is Neil Fowler, followed by Ian Pryor, Simon Cripps. There's Johnny Wheeler. There's Ollie Neves as well. Perhaps a bit of a shock in qualifying that Ollie wasn't further up the grid a little bit. We're just giving them all a good wave. Yeah. And out they go. Look, they're fine looking machines, aren't they? MGBs, MGCs, V8 engines underneath those Class D cars as well. Unbelievable stuff. And car number 15 there, just is that Ronald Watts, just sorting out his wing mirror. Are they?
Yeah.
Are they?
48
Yep.
And so they left the wet tyres on, I think.
Cars on the grid.
No, it's dried. It's still a bit greasy, but I don't think it's quite full wets, is it? You found an interesting seat.
My feet are freezing, so I actually thought
You need a thick pair of socks. So I've got a thick old pair of socks on. But that's what you need. Right, so the car's currently on their formation. Now, this is what we love about having fans and spectators back, isn't it? This is what we want for motorsport. It's a real treat just to see people out enjoying the day. This is what we want. And there's a real buzz. Despite the fact that it chucked it down this morning, there's a real atmosphere here today at Oulton Park. And it's an atmosphere we haven't had for a very, very, very long time. Tell us if you are attending a motorsport event this weekend or next weekend. Please tell us where are you going. Comment below. We'd love to know where you're going, and if you are here today watching it, come find me, come say hello. We always love to talk to everybody, you know. This is what we do here at My Supercar. We try and humanise the element of sport and bring the people to the fore. That's what it's all about, and that's why we're here. That's why we're here in amongst the fans right now as well. Everybody's excited. First race of the day about to come up. It's the BCV8 Championship, race 1 live. We'll bring you the action from the first corner. I don't know if we'll stay here actually for race 2, but we've come down here now. You can see them in the distance coming down the backside of the circuit over there as well, just behind obviously the safety car for their formation lap.
We had a meeting in October here last year. Some of you will have been here, some of you will have been.
So your entire running order, if we just pop the qualifying up on the screen again so you can have a little look at your running order for the BCV8 Championship Race 1. Neil Fowler, the man on outright pole position. Ian Pryor in 2nd place. Simon Cripps in 3rd. Johnny Wheeler in 4th. Ollie Neves in 5th. James Wheeler in 6th. Babak Farsian in 7th. Jim Bryan in 8th. Oliver Wardle in 9th. Steve Wells in 10th. Russell McAngus in 11th. Paul Raymond in 12th. Stephen Mackay in 13th. James Walpole in 14th. Paul Linfield in 15th, Andrew Young in 16th, Howard Grundon in 17th, Ronald Watt in 18th place. Ronald Watt was unfortunately disqualified from qualifying for overtaking under yellow flags. So what's it going to be? Can Neil Fowler hold on? We know he's got some serious pace, but we know Ollie Neves is potentially the man to watch from 5th place. I think he'll be very, very disappointed not to be further up the grid. Ollie Neves picked up a pair of wins at Brands Hatch. Of course, if that image is still on, you can bring it down now. Yeah, Ollie Neves picking up a pair of wins at Brands Hatch and quite dominant as well. Probably a little bit disappointed, might have been expecting a little bit more maybe from his qualifying session. Of course, in very, very difficult conditions. He might be a man who's very happy that we actually don't have rain right now. So the cars, the safety car has pulled off now. They're lining up on the grid. It's almost time for lights out. Not just the first race of the BCV8 Championship here at Oulton Park, but the first race of the weekend as well. To get the racing action underway, it will be the BCV8 Championship with Neil Fowler, the man on pole for Class D. Johnny Wheeler, the man on pole position for Class C. Babak Farsian, the man on pole position for Class AB. Stephen Mackay, the man on pole position for Class B. So the 5-second board is up. It is almost time for lights out. They're about to come thundering on your screen right now. Right, the lights have gone out, so here we go. We're stood at the very, very first corner. Don't go anywhere, because any second now, the BCV8 Championship cars are about to appear on your screen. Here they come. I can hear them thumping down. I can see the roofs. Here they come. Is everybody going to get through corner one safely? Let's have a little look. And it's Simon Cripps that's got the start. Simon Cripps takes the lead of the race. Incredible stuff. Neil Fowler in second place. James Wheeler. Simon Cripps. He was actually saying, wasn't he? We just literally spoke to him. He was saying, all he needs those boys. Not the case. Simon Cripps has got a golden start here for the BCV8 Championship and taking the lead. I'm going to keep a sharp eye because I can see the far side of the circuit, so I'll be able to tell Simon Cripps in the blue, a car out in front. That makes it very, very handy indeed for us to see as well. Wow, incredible stuff. What a start that was by Simon Cripps. He's absolutely had a stonker, hasn't he? He'll be delighted with that, although he does feel he could come under a lot of pressure from a number of the drivers. In fact, Simon Cripps having a bit of banter with Ian Pryor in the assembly area. Do go back and watch that if you haven't seen it as well. He says, I'm going to get Ian at the first corner. Ian Pryor said that's not going to happen. And Simon Cripps has done it. He's got through. He leads the race as it stands at the minute. Of course, as soon as they come into my eye line, I'll give you an update on how the action is going. It is still Simon Cripps, Neil Fowler in second. James Wheeler is absolutely flying in the yellow 99. Johnny Wheeler is just behind him in fourth as well. Ollie Neves looks like he's dropped down a position to sixth place. Could it not be his weekend? Still a long, long, long way to go in this race, though. Plenty of action going on further down the field as well. This is what we like to see. This is motorsport, isn't it? So we've just got to wait for the cars to come back round again. Of course, the thing about Oulton Park is it really, really is quite a long circuit. It's the full international circuit here. Wow, what a start by Simon Cripps. He had an absolute flyer, didn't we? The good thing about motorsport is that the longer that the race goes on, of course, the more that they will start to spread out a little bit. First corner, first lap almost completed now. The cars are about to appear in your screen once again. 20-minute race in total. Still got 17.5 minutes left to go. So much can happen in this race, and here comes your race leader, and it is Simon Cripps is still your race leader, and he's started to get a bit of a gap, isn't he, from Neil Fowler. James Wheeler in third place, and Ollie Neves has got back up. Ollie Neves has had a crack into that first lap. He's got himself back up to third place. Johnny Wheeler has dropped down the fifth, and Neves has got up. Ian Pryor has dropped down the order as well. Jim Bryan is up nicely as well. So we've got Cripps, Fowler, James Wheeler, Ollie Neves, Johnny Wheeler, Pryor, Bryan, Farsian, Young, Wells, Wardle, McAngus, Raymond, Watt, Mackay, Linfield, Walpole and Grundy. That is your current running order. By the way, Ronald Watt from 18th on the grid up to 14th as well, making some big moves. Simon Cripps has improved on the opening lap. James Wheeler has moved up on the opening lap. Ollie Neves has moved up on the opening lap. Jim Bryan has moved up on the opening lap. Young has moved up on the opening lap. And Ronald Watt has moved up on the opening lap as well. Plenty going on here. Still a long way to go. 16.5 minutes left of this race. Plenty of action. We're only on lap 2. Don't take your eyes off it. Stick with us here because we've got a great view of the very first corner. There goes Simon Cripps in the distance. He's still leading. He's got a reasonable gap of just under 1.5 seconds from Neil Fowler. I think James Wheeler could be the man to watch. He had a couple of technical issues in qualifying. He has a lot of bad luck with that car, doesn't he, that Class D car. But if he can get to the finish, he's going to be right on it. Well, James Wheeler desperately seeking the victory. Ollie Neves has made a move as well. 2-time winner last time out at Brands Hatch. He's now up to 4th place. Could he be putting in a spurt to get another win? In fact, he was the 2020 outright champion as well, wasn't he?
Plunge under the bridge, the entry bridge, what used to be the baby bridge.
Jim Bryan was your Class C champion last season, and Russell McAngus your Class AB champion as well. So they're coming over the start-finish line. They're about to appear on your screen once again. This is what we love, isn't it? They come round. They start to come round thick and fast once you get a lap or two in to the action here at Oulton Park. It's the BCV8 Championship Race 1. If you do want to find out, here they come. I'll come back to that very shortly, but here they come. Simon Cripps is your man in the lead. starting to just get a little bit spread out now, aren't they? They're starting to find their feet a bit, I think. A little bit of action going on here. We've got Jim Bryant and car 67. I'll find out who that is shortly for you. Babak Farzian, a bit of smoke coming out the back of his car. Hopefully he hasn't dropped down the order. So Cripps, Fowler, James Wheeler and Ollie Neves, no change amongst the top four in that lap. Ian Pryor has got past Johnny Wheeler though to move up into 5th place. Johnny Wheeler dropping down to 6th place. Jim Bryant still in 7th. Young has gone up the position. He's got past Babak Farzian who's dropped down to 9th place. Wardle has gone up as well to 10th. McAngus now 11th. Raymond now 12th. Watt is now 13th. Watt has gone from 18th to 13th in 2 laps. Mackay in 14th. Grundon in 15th. Linfield in 16th. Walpole in 17th. Wells has dropped, has tumbled down to 18th place. Might have had a spin or something. We've got yellow flags being waved and the safety car is out, and I think it is Wells. I think car number 72 Wells might well be off the track. With the safety car is out. We're about to see it. It's probably about to pop out of the pit lane. You might see it very shortly. So unfortunately the safety car is out. And we think Steve Wells, car number 72, he tumbled down the order in that lap, didn't we? So Steve Wells, car 72, looks like, did I see it come through? Oh, I can't have seen it come through. We've got safety car out, there must be a reason. I'm just trying to hear actually from the circuit commentary why safety car's out. Right, here comes the safety car. So the safety car has just come out now. He's going to pick up Simon Cripps now. Simon Cripps just come around the first corner. He's about to appear in your screen. So there goes the MG safety car. There's Simon Cripps. Neil Fowler still in 2nd place, as you can see. So can Cripps hold on to this? It's going to be quite a challenge on a restart, isn't it? 12.5 minutes of this race left to go. We're not even halfway through, but it is quite a long lap here, isn't it? It's the international circuit. The best time so far has been a 2:12.871 in this race, so expect this to probably push up to something like a 2:40, even closer to sort of a 3-minute lap times now. We will get more racing action in though. There goes 21. That's Paul Raymond going through there, and yes, we have unfortunately lost Steve Wells, car 72. There goes Stephen Mackay. There's Ronald Watt. He actually lost the position that time. Stephen Mackay got past him on that last lap. Hopefully, I'm sure that was done before the safety car was deployed. He'll have to give the place back, of course. I see the only change there on that lap was Mackay getting past Ronald Watt. Of course, Watt started right at the back. And if you are watching this and you like the look of these BCV8s, and why wouldn't you like the look of them, you can find out more about the BCV8 Championship. There is a link in the body of the text. It will take you straight through to the BCV8 Championship website. You can have a little look, find out a little bit more about the championship, what's going on in 2021 and beyond. And if you want to watch all of our live sport in 2021, you watch all of our live motorsport, there's a link to our YouTube channel, My Supercar. Do go over to it, do hit subscribe. You can watch all of our live motorsport. And if you just love watching sport in general, you can watch all of our live sport, including live golf, on Live Sport Now. I hope it doesn't rain because I've left the brolly in the assembly area.
No, that's one of the things I was thinking about when we were on the green flag lap as such. They were coming around, you mentioned also you want temperature in the tyre and then the brakes, but that energy's got to come from the engine.
lap, I'm not sure.
Right, if you're just joining us, welcome back for the BCV8 Championship, race 1. We are under safety car conditions.
For those of you watching on that side of the circuit, the safety car has to put its lights out as they come out of Druids basically, and then the safety car will come
Steve Wells unfortunately is out of the race, and we believe that's why the safety car is out. Now, safety car was, just hearing from the circuit comms, actually going quite slow in the hope that it might pull in. Of course, the lights on top of the safety car have to go out before, of course, we can get racing back underway. We're also hoping it doesn't rain either. There's a few daunting clouds knocking around, and I've left the brolly in the assembly area, so fingers crossed we will be okay.
So I reckon we're pretty close. This could be our last lap on the safety.
Here is the safety car. It's coming back round again. Lights are still on, although according to the on-course commentary, there's a chance that this will be the final time behind the safety car, which is what we want, isn't it? We want to get things back underway if we can, safely, of course. We've got 9.5 minutes of this race left to go. It's still Simon Cripps, your race leader. Neil Fowler in second, James Wheeler in third, Ollie Neves in fourth, Ian Pry in fifth, Johnny Wheeler in sixth, Jim Bryan in seventh. We've got Young, Farsian, Wardle, McAngus, Raymond, Mackay, Watt, Grundon, Linford, Walpole and Wells out of this race. So fingers crossed this will be the final time around under the safety car conditions, and we can get the action back underway quickly. We'll just turn the camera back round over here because those lights, if those lights go off, then we'll know that we're going racing again. Those flashing SC, the yellow and the SC there, obviously SC for safety car. That's if you are completely new to motorsport. Apologies to everybody else if I'm teaching anybody to suck eggs there.
You do lose 3.5 minutes or so for each safety car lap.
It's presumably not a particularly easy lap to drive on the safety car either, with the bang came down it.
Now, of course, we were talking about actually safety car conditions, just lap times there, weren't we? The best lap time in this race is a 2:12.871 set by your race leader Simon Cripps. The last time around behind the safety car was a 3:58, so nearly 4-minute lap times to get round here under safety car conditions. It really does take a lot out of the race, doesn't it? We've got just over 7 minutes of this race left to go, so at an absolute maximum we're going to get 3 racing laps. Even then I'm not so sure, are we? If the safety car doesn't pull in this time, then we might only have 1 racing lap left.
Fowler and James Wheeler behind him as well, so Wheeler's dropped back to try and get some space.
He's going to try and warm his tyres, isn't he?
Although, yeah, I'm just hearing from the circuit, actually, James Wheeler's dropping back behind Fowler and Cripps. Obviously, Cripps and Fowler in the lead. Wheeler dropping back just to get a bit of heat. He thinks safety car's coming in this lap. I think we're hoping the safety car's going to come in this lap and we can get racing again, because time is now ticking. If it comes in this lap, we should get 3 racing laps left.
6.5 minutes left in this race. Safety car hopefully in this time. I can't see the lights at the moment.
So watch those flashing lights and cross your fingers and hope that the safety car comes in this lap. That's what we want. We want to get back racing. The waved yellow's still down here. We're stood at the first corner here at Oulton Park. It is the international circuit. It's the longest circuit, hence the reason why it's taken nearly 4 minutes to get round. And the safety car is coming in this lap, so fantastic stuff. We've got 6 minutes of this race left to go. The safety car is coming in. We've got green flags. And here we go, they're about to come thumping around again. There they go, round the first corner. Can everybody get round safely again this time? It's still Simon Cripps, your race leader. He almost has it sideways. Wonderful stuff. Look at James Wheeler. He's absolutely confident. He's going to try and get past James Wheeler. But James says, no way, you're not coming through this time. And he holds on to their position. But this is going to be right to the flag. It's going to be very, very, very close indeed. Back under green flag conditions here. Cripps, still your race leader. Fowler in second. James Wheeler in third, but coming under immense pressure from Ollie Neves in fourth place. Ian Pryor in fifth. Here we've got Johnny Wheeler, Brian Young, Farsian, Wardle, McAngus, Raymond, Mackay, Watt, Grundon, Linfield, Walpole and Wells. Steve Wells is out of this race. Wow, fantastic stuff. What a restart. I'm pleased to say I can see the far end of the circuit as well, so I'll talk you through. You might be able to pick a little bit up on the camera as well. Let's have a little look as they're going to come through. Has Cripps managed to hold on to the lead through that tricky midsection of the circuit?
Going to have 10 seconds added to their time. So
oh, well, I've got some huge news for you as well to bring you. Cripps and Fowler have got a penalty. They are going to have 10 seconds added to their time. Cripps and Fowler are going to have 10 seconds added to their time at the end of this race, and so might Johnny Wheeler. This is going to hand it to James Wheeler if he could just keep it on the circuit. Ollie Neves, though, put him under a lot of pressure. Could Ollie Neves be in for quite a surprise victory here after qualifying down in 5th place? He's currently in 4th. Technically, that's 2nd, though, because it looks like Cripps and Fowler have got a time penalty of 10 seconds. Wow, we will get that confirmed for you once the race has finished. But big drama here for the BCV8 Championship Race 1. And of course, unfortunately, the guys won't know about the penalties either, so I wouldn't want to be the person to have to tell them. 4 minutes of this race left to go. I'm trying to work out what that was for. I mean, you can't speed behind the safety car. They didn't change position. Interesting. We'll find out why that is. A big drama here in the BCV8 Championship. Huge drama. If anybody knows more than I do, why on earth does it look like Cripps, Fowler and Wheeler have got a 10-second penalty? And I can tell you, Neves has got past. There is Neves. Now, I actually think that is the 3rd place because of the penalties for the 2 in front. James Wheeler going toe-to-toe. There's Ian Pryor as well. Might be. Oh, it is. Jim Bryan's going to hit the barrier. Oh, no. Jim Bryan out of the race, and he's hit the barrier. Oh. Oh, coming out of turn 1, Jim Bryan. What a shame that is. Oh, no. In Class C, your 2020 Class C champion, Jim Bryan. He's got the thumbs up, though. He is okay. He has given the thumbs up. He is okay, I'm pleased to say, but that is a shame. That was a bit of a big bump, wasn't it, into the barrier. That brings out double waves as well.
Actually opened up in the final third of the lap, so it's not going to be easy for Neves to stay close. He's only got to stay within that.
We're going to try and get it back right in front of us here, actually, as well. Double waves yellows at turn 1. I don't think they're going to bring the safety car. Of course, if the safety car comes out now, it will pretty much end this race. Oh, what a shame that is. Jim Bryan, he is out of this race.
Still Cripps leading Fowler on the road. Neves trying to cling onto their coattails, but if anything, he's dropping back towards the 99 car that gets on the grass. So now he's actually dropping back all the way in towards Pryor's grips again in the 91 machine.
Jim Bryan out of the car here. We're about to see the rest of the cars come around. There's only 2 minutes of this race left to go, so we're on the penultimate lap right now.
Obviously there's going to be no overtaking near me. You can overtake on the start-finish line, but the yellow flags start just after the start-finish line at the marshal's post. So we wait for the leaders to come through. Just 1 minute 45 seconds, so this is going to be starting the last lap of this race already, sadly. So Cripps is still leading on the road from Fowler. They come across the line now, and
right, here they come. The race leaders, here they come. Simon Cripps and Neil Fowler. Cripps has led the entire race, although don't forget he started on 3rd on the grid. He's really come through quite well, hasn't he? Through he goes there. There goes Neves. There goes James Wheeler.
Off goes Fowler. He's touched the wet patch of the circuit.
And Fowler's gone off the circuit as well. Neil Fowler, who's in 2nd place, has gone off the circuit too.
Barrier, but that's the opposite of what it would have wanted, because he's now dropped all the way down, so that'll be 5th.
This is the final lap of the race, and I think Neil Fowler has had a spin. We have yellows down the bottom. I think he's back on, but this is Cripps is going to win this, and more action further down the order. This track is greasy, slippy and slimy. Right at the end of this race, we're seeing so much drama here.
Class B.
Wow, we've only got 30 seconds left on the clock. This is now the final lap of the race as well. Looks like Simon Cripps is going to take the checkered flag. However, we just have to check penalties, because according to what I've been overhearing, he does have a time penalty of 10 seconds. Ollie Neves is in 3rd, which technically then would be 1st. He's 4.7 seconds behind.
That's going to take him down to 5th place, isn't it, I think, in the race.
Yeah, it'll leave them a long. Well, it's Fowler, but
yeah,
leaves them a
Fowler
long way
further
away.
back, but it'll take Cripps down behind Pryor, won't it?
Yeah.
So at the moment, it looks as if it's going to be Neves.
So we think it's going to be Neves who's going to take the win. James Wheeler's going to come home in second, Ian Pryor in third, and Young in fourth, Johnny Wheeler in fifth. Although Johnny Wheeler, I think, has a time penalty. So huge drama here. Cripps is going to take the checkered flag, and he won't be aware yet that he does have a 10-second time penalty. Fowler in second also has a penalty as well. Any second now, Simon Cripps is going to take the checkered flag, but I'll tell you, when he gets back to Parc Ferme, he's not going to be a happy man. So Cripps comes over, wins the race, but he's got a 10-second time penalty, which means, unfortunately, he's... he won't know it yet. He'll be delighted, won't he, sat behind the wheel, but unfortunately has a time penalty, which hands Ollie Neves the race win. We'll just wait for the rest of the cars to come around. So Ollie Neves, your race winner. Cripps is, I don't know if the time penalty's been adjusted, but it's put Cripps in second, James Wheeler in third, Ian Pryor in fourth, Young in fifth, Fowler in sixth, Wardle in seventh, Johnny Wheeler in eighth, Farzian in ninth, Mackay in 10th, McAngus in 11th, Raymond in 12th, Brandon in 13th. Then I think we're going to have Watt, Linfield, Walpole, and unfortunately Jim Bryan in front of us out of the race. Hello. Did you enjoy that? You enjoy that? Yeah. Yeah. It was a good race, wasn't it? A bit slippy out there. Don't know if I'd fancy being out there.
I was right. He put on his wet tyres.
Yeah.
Everyone else was saying to put on the dry tyres.
Yeah, exactly. Although it looks like it might be about to rain. Who's your uncle?
Oh. Number 79.
Number 79. Nice.
Driver.
Jim?
All done, so if you want to get in and wheel there. Keep it on the grass.
Right, there we go. High drama indeed. I think what we're going to have to do is just try and make head and tail of actually what's happened in this BCV8 Championship Race 1. We are going to go to a break. When we come back, though, we're going to do a very special paddock walk, catch up with Jim. He's okay, fortunately, but just catch up, find out exactly what has happened. Simon Cripps takes the checkered flag, but a time penalty drops him down, so it hands Ollie Neves the race win. He qualified fifth, did Ollie. Didn't really look like he was challenging for the win too much, but managed to get past James Wheeler, and that proved pivotal in the end as Ollie Neves takes his third win in a row in the BCV8 Championship. We'll be back live shortly for some incredible live paddock reaction.